Yo, if you remember, way back in the days of AP US history, before the donkey and the elephant were Federalists versus Democratic Republicans. Look them up if you don't remember them, because ain't nobody got time for that in this video. We are on a time budget, yo. It all started with the presidential election of 1800. Democratic Republican Thomas Jefferson beat out Federalist John Adams from the office. So, long story short, between the election and the office taking, the Judiciary Act of 1801 made some slight adjustments to the Judiciary Act of 1789 and, established a bunch of new district courts. And I say a bunch, I mean 10. But don't memorize that because numbers, don't matter. And then Adams is pretty much yo! And appoints 16 Federalist circuit judges and 42 Federalist justices during this lame duck period. These judges, called midnight judges, included William Marbury and were approved by Senate. But the commissions were not delivered before Jefferson actually took office. And then, now Jefferson is hell nah. So as soon as he took office, he ordered his secretary, James Madison, not to deliver them commissions because he's bro, I don't want no Federalists up in my crib. Now Marbury is all hell nah, and petitions for a writ of mandamus, aka a legal order, compelling Madison to show why the hell Marbury should not receive his commission. Basically, he was okay, brah, back up, real talk, why ain't I getting my job? You gotta explain some things to me, because I don't stand for this kind of bull poop without an explanation.
In the resolution of this case, the great Chief Justice John Marshall answered 3 important questions. 1. Did Marbury have a right to write the writ for which he petitioned? Marshall said yes. Since Marbury had been commissioned through a proper procedure, he had a right to write the writ. 2. Were courts allowed to grant Marbury such a writ? Marshall said yes. Since the courts had the obligation to protect the legal rights of individuals, it had the right to give Marbury the writ. If the laws of the United States allowed the courts to grant Marbury such a writ, did the Supreme Court have the right to issue it? Marshall said no, because it overextended the bounds of original jurisdiction. This is where Marshall established the only thing you really need to know for your AP government test. Marshall argued that the court had an obligation to first and foremost uphold the Constitution, and any action of Congress that came into conflict with the Constitution was unconstitutional. In this case, the Judiciary Act of 1789 could technically give the court the jurisdiction to force Madison and Jefferson to give Marbury his job, but because the act extended the court's original jurisdiction beyond its constitutional scopes, it was declared unconstitutional. So in the end, Marbury was denied his written commission. The establishment of judicial review extended the judicial branch's power and protected the legitimacy of the separation of powers between the branches of government. Without judicial review, the judicial branch would most likely have been overpowered by the other 2 branches of government.